What's up guys, FUDZ with you here, and today I'm going to do a quick review about the Duet app. For you guys that don't know what is Duet, it's basically an app in order to have an external display from a Mac. So let's say for example here, I have this web page here. Let's say I want to work or copy something or just watch a video while I'm doing something else. I can output the image here to one of the iOS devices. So here I have an iPhone 6 and I have an iPad 3. I wanted to have two different connectors so you guys can see exactly the quality when you output it. So using this app is really simple. First, you need to download Duet on the computer. Once it's done, obviously you need to buy the app on one of the iOS devices. You can sync the other devices and you will have it, as you can see here. When you open the map, when you open the devices, this is what you see. So you see connect to the Mac. On top of the Mac here, you have a little D, Duet. So you have to make sure that the app is running on your Mac. So second thing is to basically just plug in here. I'm going to plug the lightning connector. It says launching Duet, and here you go. Now I have a second screen for my MacBook. Really simple to set up. You just plug, and after that you can set the preferences directly on the MacBook here. If you go here to the preference button, you can change the resolution, the frame rate, the performance preferences, and I suggest you using the default resolution for an iPhone 6 as it's a really small screen. So 736 by 414 is pretty much the best that you could have. Anything else would be too big or just too small. For the frame rate, it depends on what you're gonna do. If it's text, you can use it at 30 frames per second. If it's videos, like I'm gonna show you right now, 60 frames per second is the best for performance. You can also tweak the performance here just by using high power or energy efficient. It's gonna give you some videos that are going to be basically more fluid, and obviously the preferences is for the app updates and the automatic launch at the login. So enough talking. I'm going to show you here on an iPhone 6 how it works, how it behaves. I chose one of my videos here. It's a Call of Duty video, so this has a pretty high frame rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the window and just slide it. As you can see here, it now appears on the iPhone, and as I told you previously, it is small. Okay, but when you launch a video in full screen, it's gonna go full screen here. So let's do it here and hit the play button. So I could see it doesn't lag at all. It is great, and it's a really high frame video. So for it to run as smooth as this is really good. Now obviously an iPhone 6 is a pretty small device, so this would be maybe a little bit better on an iPhone 6 Plus, as anyways 5 inches is not enough at all. 4.7, my bad. So the picture reproduction is really good here. Frames are really good. It's not lagging at all. This is a video streaming directly from YouTube. This is on a browser, so this is not directly in the computer. So as you can see, it's really good. So I want to show you now on another device. You can just unplug when you're done. Go back here. I'm going to use it now on the iPad 3. I wanted to do this because this uses a the old port, so it's not as fast as a lightning port, but it's still going to give us a pretty good quality. So let's plug this back in and plug into the computer. Launching Duet like before. Okay, so as you can see here, look at the mouse when I'm moving. It's not as fluid as the iPhone 6. Okay, probably because of the lightning connector, like I told you. The data is not processed as fast as a lighting connector. So still gonna play it full screen. It's still really decent, really decent. Look at this. As you could see, there's not as many frames as the iPhone 6, but it's still fluid. There you go. So as you can see, quality of the picture is still good, but it's missing some frames. And this has the exact same settings as the iPhone 6. It's set on a high frame rate, 60 frames per second, with the power efficiency, not energy efficiency. So that's still a great app for you guys that want to use basic multitasking. So without videos, maybe some word editing, for some people that write stuff. Definitively not good enough now for older generation devices. This is an iPad 3, the one with the Retina display, so the device is pretty good, but the fact that it's not using a lightning port slows down a little bit the rate, so it gives you this not sluggish, but just a little bit slower video processing. So that's it, guys. This app now sells for $14.99. Sometimes it goes on sale for $9.99. So if you have a newer device with a lightning port, and you want to have a second screen for your Mac, this is a really good app. It's way cheaper than going and buy a new screen. Although for older devices, I'd wait. Maybe an update will fix this. Maybe an update will make it faster. But for now, the frame rate is not good enough for video playback. Like I told you, for something that is static, that does not move, it's really good. But for something that moves as much as this, I'd suggest you guys maybe waiting a little bit more before getting this app. Alright, so thank you very much, guys, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.